in an array of aspects. Shanghai is recognized as one of the world's fastest developing cities, having gone from a humble town to an urban center. When the Chinese government started opening its economy to global trading and investment in the 1980s, the country saw an enormous rise in urbanization, as jobs flourished in special economic zones.
While Shanghai's growth is largely beneficial, it has also caused the mass demolition and renovation of Shikumen, an important architectural style unique to Shanghai. Shikumen architecture has long been regarded as a significant symbol of the city's historical heritage.
The distinctive Chinese pitch roof showcases traditional Eastern style on the outside. At the same time, it also incorporates Western elements, such as the carved flower and grid decorations found on doorways and window frames.
In the 1990s, under the backdrop of rapid urbanization in Shanghai, mass demolition of historical houses ensued. With an average of 3,905 people per square kilometer, the overcrowding issue became too big to not address. Households originally designed for single families were used by several families sharing only one. Alongside other problems like poor sanitary conditions, the local government decided to tear down the neighborhoods, as replacing them with high-rise residential buildings was a better option to fulfill in urbanizing Shanghai's growing housing demands. Even though Shikumen houses carried significant cultural and historical value as heritage sites, they possessed many limitations in providing affordable living space to Shanghai's growing population.
Xintiandi, a heritage project, was once an area of 2 blocks of Shikumen houses built by the Western landlords during the colonial period. After the project, 1,950 households were relocated from the north block of Xintiandi. Moreover, 25% of Shikumen houses were demolished, with the rest being renovated or alternated completely for commercial uses.
In the opinion of some experts, completely demolishing a historical site instead of adaptive reuse wastes a large amount of energy usage, construction waste, and carbon footprint. Mr. Xia lived in Shikumen for 30 years. Why did you choose to live here? Mr. Liu lived in Shikumen for 30 years.
我不想离开。你不想离开？因为这个地方高档住宅区，进出方便。医院、公园、海路、新天地、南京路都在这里附近，这个方便啊！你到郊区去，各方面都不方便。一个像我们年老了生病，看病不方便。
How is the living condition here?
的环境可以啊，
可以。
市中心，闹中取静，没有工厂，没有污染，这里居民少。
Do experts agree?
Experts on this topic have come to a different conclusion. They value urbanization over preserving the current state of Shikumen. For example, Chinese Minister of Finance Lu Qiwei believes that Shikumen should be demolished. He says it is necessary to put people at the core of urbanization and to unleash the full potential of urbanization through reform. Land-centered policies have been identified as one of the most important driving forces behind the rapid expansion of Shanghai since mid-1900s. Shikumen is our best option.
As due to ineffective urban land use, overcrowding, poor hygiene, and having to share facilities, they have all given us reasons for why we should replace these houses. Growing population in Shanghai needs more effective residential buildings to accommodate more people. And in contrast, high-rises are more sustainable, have urbanization growth-related benefits, and allow for residents to move into better quality houses.
Shikumen past experience. What do you value regarding the Shikumen?
我不喜欢这种房，为什么？这个房子呢是后来不是人越来越多了嘛，是吧？就这样一个小房子，里面要住3口人、4口人，然后呢又没有些房子呢没有卫生设备的。
Experts, on the other hand, have a greater emphasis on the cultural value of Shikumen.
New policies have significantly affected land use regarding historical architecture. Requiring more space for development, more than 1/3 of Shikumen housing has been demolished. Thus, Yan believes that Shikumen should be preserved to ensure that the original cultural meaning of Shikumen does not disappear. He emphasizes the importance of understanding the historical value of Shikumen and how they contribute to the overall urban pattern. Not only that, but preservation can be also seen as beneficial. These projects can fill in underused spaces, increasing the housing capacity, and can create more job opportunities with new businesses.
Renovation opinion.
What do you think of the current renovation of Shikumen to Xintiandi?
他们去搞了一个商场啊什么的，现在商场很萎缩的，不需要，就是这个东西就越来越萎缩了。这个服务现在都到线上来了。
Expert Tai Wai sees more value in Xintiandi.
He explains Xintiandi as a place where older people find it nostalgic, younger find it trendy, foreigners find it Chinese, and Chinese find it foreign. Locals find it nostalgic because of the compact space in these once Shikumen neighborhoods. They enhance interactions, fostering a strong sense of community, which significantly influences how Shanghainese people interact socially. Thus, individuals who grew up in or once lived in Shikumen often develop a deep attachment to these styles. Not only that, but Xintiandi gives new youth an opportunity in commercials to voice their brands, and to operate a business with low cost in renting the place. This attracts tourists from all over the world, even just within China, which is why Tai Wei believes Xintiandi to be an extremely valuable project on Shikumen renovation.
Ms. Yang operates a tea shop in Shikumen. What inspired you to open your tea shop here?
我是做茶馆嘛，所以感觉还是跟这个中国的这个文化的关系比较容易结合。
How is it like to be a native Shanghainese?
比较多元化吧，就是新鲜的东西很多，文化，然后这文化带来很多饮食啊，包括很多。
Can you share some historical values of Shikumen?
我奶奶的房子就是这样石头的，然后，所以我们当时进来，我看那个房子的时候，我觉得就是特别有那种小时候那种感觉。
Mr. Bates lived in Shikumen for 2 years.
So why did you choose Shikumen apartments?
I wanted the experience of living in one of the classic old lane houses. I have always been curious about what they look like inside, and just had the feeling that I wanted to try living there.
Then can you talk about your social life in Shikumen?
Within the Shikumen neighborhood, you're in super close proximity to your neighbors. You can't help but to interact with your neighbors. You're going to create friendships with these people. And I don't speak fluent Chinese, but we still have the ability to just greet each other and have that sense of belonging with each other.
What do you think about the current Shikumen renovation?
One of the things that concerns me is first the loss of traditional culture and the demolition of these homes without taking or making effort to restore them to their original form, and instead replacing them with alternative materials, even alternative designs, which basically changes the entire face of Shanghai.
What do you think that these experiences and these renovations how have they impacted your thoughts on what it means to be Shanghai?
For me, I was and am an outsider within that space, and my experience was more of kind of a temporary experience to better understand what it means to be Shanghainese. I did have a little bit of that nostalgia of living in this old dwelling, and time, a certain sense of gratitude that the city and the community opens those spaces to people like myself to enjoy.
As demonstrated, there are many points in which the perspectives of researchers do not align with the perspectives of Shikumen residents. But often, Shikumen is more than just about cultural value, statistics, and profit. Shikumen is more importantly about the people affected by the demolition, renovation, and preservation of Shikumen's current state. Everything that happens to Shikumen impacts renovation project designers, shop owners, former and current residents, as well as younger generations of Shanghai that may want to see what they perceive as old Shanghai. If these important stakeholders want Shikumen demolished, renovated, preserved, or commercialized, that is probably what should be done. The ultimate goal is to care for the people affected by activities regarding the alteration or preservation of Shikumen. People should begin to try understanding and caring for the concerns and desires of these different stakeholders.
Just like how we need to consider real stakeholders' words and stories when making decisions, Shanghai is the same. Shanghai is more than just statistics and research, because a true understanding of what it means to be Shanghainese comes from experiencing Shanghai and only experiencing Shanghai.